Hi everybody, it's Shanna with Shanna Sweets. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to film this video for my Facebook Live because I have to work tomorrow. I try to request off Tuesdays, but it didn't happen this week. So you're going to be seeing this in my regular Facebook Live spot while I am working. I'll say I'll try to check in while this is premiering, but 5 o'clock is a very busy time in the hospital, so doubt that will happen. So I hope you guys have had a great week this week. It got kind of chilly the last couple days. Not that it should be warm in October in Kansas, but it's been unseasonably warm. And then it took a turn for the dip, but not like cold, just kind of like 50s, 60s. So actually, I would much rather have that than 90s in October. So not terrible. So a lot has been happening over the last couple days in my house. My craft room is changing. I am moving to the basement. Pluses and minuses. The room's a little bit bigger, so it's going to be a lot, I think, configuration. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have a little more space. I got some new cubbies, so I'm really looking forward to the new organization. My husband painted yesterday, so it's really bright yellow. But the lighting is really awful, so I'm hoping he's going to change the light bulbs out for me too. So I'm hoping that'll help that. I'm going to have to order some new lights, I think, partly for some photography and for my Facebooks. So we're going to have to do that next payday. So I have a lot going on. You're seeing this as a premiere. You will also see next Tuesdays as a premiere because I'm having oral surgery next Tuesday. Well, a week from Tuesday, the 27th. So I will film that one probably next week on my day off, hopefully in my new craft room. We'll see how the lighting is. Because I definitely won't be able to talk because I'm having surgery that morning. So I will do that. So I'll be able to check in, hopefully, unless I'm sleeping or on drugs, whatever, Tuesday night. So a lot going on in this household, but I do still have my Hoot, Have a Hoot class is open. So if you haven't seen that flyer is posted on this Facebook page. Definitely check that out. It's going to end this week. So get in on that before it finishes. I did post a tutorial this week on a free tutorial using the Have a Hoot stamp set. Love that stamp set. So I just, oh, it's so adorable. My stepdaughter used it for some Halloween cards this week. So we're mailing out Halloween cards to all our friends and family. And we actually made a list too of Christmas cards yesterday because of all the moving things around. We wanted to go ahead and get the Christmas piles separated too. So we're doing that. So today I'm going to bring back a set from the annual catalog this Christmas called Winter Woods. It's carried over from last year. I really liked this set because of this die. This is my favorite die in the set. It pops up. So I'm going to use this stamp set, but with a couple, with a new ribbon from the new catalog. So that I just absolutely love that. So, and the brushed metallic. I love that brushed metallic cardstock too. So let's get to it, okay? So here's the card we're going to make. And we're going to, let's start out with our stamping. We're going to start out with a 3 3/4 inch by 4 3/4 inch, and we're going to stamp the trees. This is Mossy Meadow. We're going to use Mossy Meadow ink pad. And you want to make sure you ink this really well, but if it gets in between, you want to use a Q-tip and clean that off because it will get on your ink pad. Ask me how I know. So we're going to stamp at the bottom off the edge and stamp really good because this is tone on tone. So it's going to be really faint. And then we're going to do it one more time. so that we go clear across the paper. Again, if you get it on the edge, well, that edge isn't going to show. I'm going to take it off the center though. And this edge is going to show, so make sure it's not on the edge of the stamp, because it will show up. And if it overlaps the tree a little bit, that's okay, because it just looks like it's trees and trees, right? So that one got a little darker, but this just looks like faint trees. Okay. Now what we're going to do is this is going to be my background of my copper. This is metallic. So this one is 5 by 5 by 3 3/4 brain. But I put the 2 trees in the middle so that I could stretch my paper. So I'm just going to pull them out. And sometimes they pop, sometimes they don't. I have adhesive sheet on the back, and that's what you're seeing because they're sticking. Sometimes they don't come out so easy. So I want to just turn them upside down because they didn't pop out of there. So, and because I got the adhesive sheet, so I'm going to take my trees here, and the adhesive sheets come in strips now. So this tree I'm going to layer over here, kind of low between my trees. He's still got a piece of tape on him. And this tree is going to get higher over here. Like that. Okay. Then this one here, I'm going to take, it's just easier to take my pokey tool. As you can see, here's our adhesive sheets are in strips. So it's just easier to pull that off like that. Just like that. And then that's going to go on my Very Vanilla. That is 5 by 5 1/4 by 4. I think this one I forgot to trim to 4. There we go. Trim that one. And before I layer this one down, let's put our copper. Now this copper is from the basket weave combo. You get 2 packs of twine in there, ribbon in there. So this is going to go down towards the bottom. Then we can use our stamp and seal, and I guess that's 3 1/2. 3 1/2, not 3 3/4. Sorry about that. There we go. So 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 is the Mossy Meadow. The copper is 5 by 4 3/4, and the Very Vanilla is 4 by 5 1/4. And it is all going to get layered on top of a Mossy Meadow that is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And then we have another Very Vanilla for the inside, since you can't really write. And this one is 5 1/4 by 4. And that will go on the inside. Then we have some Very Vanilla, and we're going to take the Everyday Label Punch and just punch out. And then we're going to take our Sentiment and make sure you tap very lightly so that you don't get all over the edge. And stamp. Okay, and then if you have your tree right here, so I popped up the tree portions and I put a little bit of dimensional, and I like to use the edge of your dimensional right here because it's smaller. I've already taken the backs off, and I'm going to put that tree just like that. And then this label is going to go right there on dimensionals. And there's our card. I think that is so pretty, and it's going to be a great addition to my collection of Christmas cards. So I hope everybody enjoyed this card, and you will comment below, please, and let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.